Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Faeria. It's time to do another daily practice Pandora run. Let me know if in the chat if you have any, in the comments below, if you have any strong opinions about doing practice versus full Pandora runs. I've really been liking these practice ones. They're nice and short. They give you all the fun of drafting. Feels satisfying to get to 3 wins. Just been really enjoying it. I am, for the 3rd time in a row, locked out of water, which is super sad. So I don't know if I'm going to be, again, playing red-green. I mean, I'll keep an eye on these yellow minions. Maybe I will try one. It's just, a lot of the time, these minions, it just, I just don't really feel it that well. Well, here I'm going to grab the Grim Guard. This has been quite solid, these combat cards, and especially now that I know that Gift of Steel is a +3/+3 on anything with a combat ability. I am all about it. Okay, one of my favorite cards is this Primeval Colossus. I'm a really big fan of it. That being said, I also do enjoy the Queen's Guard quite a bit. It does have a combat ability. If I see Gift of Steel, it's a bit more flexible than either of these. And I just like getting mana. I'm finding that mana is more and more important as time goes on. So it seems crazy to pass on these really good green creatures, but let's try it and see how that goes for me. We have another shot at this Voice of Truth. I could go yellow. This is one of the few good yellow cards. It's at 7/7 that can potentially cost 5, and it's not that hard to play events. So if there's ever a reason to go yellow, I mean, that honestly is a pretty good one. The problem is I just keep seeing good green cards. I mean, this Grove Guardian's totally fine. 5/6 taunt for 5. Don't have to worry about playing events or anything. Whatever. We're doing red-green. I'm sorry, everybody, if I keep doing the same draft. But I just... Talk to me. If you think I'm not giving yellow enough of a chance, you know, let me know what I can do to make yellow better. Okay, so this is you gain a creature each gain 3 life. It's interesting. So does it buff the creature's health? It's the same wording as on Gift of Steel, so I'm assuming it should. This thing is nice, although I have to remember it's only creatures summoned directly on the land that get +2/+0. Yeah, let's go for the extra lands. I think that's fine. I'm a big fan of this Feral Kodama. I actually don't like this thing too much. It's a little bit too random. Although, this is interesting, actually. 3-mana ranged creature? Huh. There's some good stuff here. So I do like Runin's presence. It's really growing on me. The Feral Kodama also great in racing situations. I think this thing, I'm just not enough of a fan of it to take it over this other stuff. I haven't played with a flamethrower before, so let's try it. See if I can get something to work with it. This thing. God, I kind of want to try this. It doesn't actually seem that good. Give a creature... I mean, it could be a really great trick. Alright, we'll try it. See how it goes. Certainly, it's a very fun thematic card. Okay, I don't like these. I'm not in yellow anymore. This is desert, so I gotta make sure I don't screw that up. Game +1. Oh, man, there's not anything that great here. I could take another Path to Paradise. I could take this as a good forward creature. I mean, a 5/4 for 3 mana is quite efficient. Let's go ahead and try it. Since I currently don't have anything that requires tons of specialized land, like no Primeval Colossus, and I haven't played with this before, let's give it a shot. Okay, so here we have some decent choices, but I'm going to grab this Wood Elemental. A 3/4 for 4 that makes a forest is pretty sweet. And there's Gift of Steel. So the problem is that I'm seeing Gift of Steel alongside some other good cards. I do like this Caretaker and this Embrace quite a bit. I guess it seems like getting 2 less health for an extra 1/1 body is probably better. But I like Gift of Steel a lot. Let's see, what combat abilities do I have here? That's not a combat ability. That is, and that is. I'm going to take Gift of Steel. That was just so good. +3/+3. I guess when you compare them side by side, an unconditional +2/+2 with a body is probably better than a +3/+3 that's conditional. So we'll take the Tiki Caretaker, but I will keep my eye on getting more Gifts of Steel. Alright, this can give a friendly creature ranged. It's obviously very conditional and quite expensive for the ability. Gift Swallow a creature. Oh, that could be good. It can sometimes be so good because the creature only comes back after this thing dies. I could actually consider splashing a desert for this. I mean, a 4/7 with flying and taunt for 5 mana is pretty darn solid. But let's take this Sky Whale. I do have a Wood Elemental and one of these Paths to Paradise, so I do have some extra land generation. Choose a friendly... Oh, God, that's too conditional. I'm going to take this Hammer. Man, I am just... That's all I ever want, is just to deal damage to the face. And getting the Hammer back is really, really good. All right, we have another flying... Or, sorry, not another swallowing effect. I'm going to take it. I think this is good to swallow stuff. Okay, what do we got going on here? Well, we can do this. It's a 5/7. I'm actually in red this time. It's a pretty good ability. It's got a combat ability. Good for Gift of Steel if I see another one of those. All right, we'll take it. The first time you draw an event, gain +3/+1 in ranged. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, let's try it. Although, this is probably just a better creature. Let's be real. A 2/5 with charge 2 and taunt is probably better than a 4/2 with ranged, because once it gets ranged, it can't attack after moving. So you have to position it. This just starts to get in there and do good stuff. I mean, I could take another Sky Whale and go all in on this Swallow strategy, which is also interesting. But let's get... This is a good cheap creature to park next to a well, and then it becomes good later on. Whenever another friendly creature dies... Okay, that's a little bit slow. Alright, we can take a Colossus. It's a good endgame creature. Alright, we got some interesting options here. So, I can definitely just take this Bloodsinger. This has been pretty good for me. Yeah, you can park it next to a well, and it does some good stuff as the game goes on. Give a creature +1/+1 for each creature you control. That could be good. I'm going to take this Royal Judge, though. It's a solid card. A free Safeguard or Punishment is pretty good, and you can park it near a well. Alright, so I have another option to take Gift of Steel. Although, again, it's one of those things where like an unconditional +2/+4 is probably better than a conditional +3/+3. The Oak Father is also solid, but I'm going to take this. I could use some more buffs. Alright, so we have some interesting options here. I could take this Slinger for 4 damage and kind of treat it like a removal card. I do have a couple of swallowing cards here, though. So I'm actually just going to grab this Kodama, because I do like this a lot. It's good in racing situations at the end to attack the god and start healing. Okay, it looks like I am actually gonna get another chance to grab this Bomb Slinger. I could go for the Sprite, which I believe applies to any of your sources that harvest mana from an opponent's well, but let's go for this removal there. Alright, I don't like this Boar at all. I do like this Boss. So compare these side by side. You pay 2 mana to get 2 more health. It's actually not a very good trade-off, although the health is actually pretty good. I never did end up taking Gift of Steel because they kept coming up alongside green buffing cards, which I guess are just better. Let's take it, though. I'll take it over the buff. I do have a lot of buffing already. Let's get some more mana. Gift Destroyer deck, and it's a free 9/9. It's hilarious. Change the attack, life, and of all creatures to 6/6, and then deal 2 damage to all enemies. This actually can... This does hit the face. I'm going to take this. It's a little bit less crazy than some of these other ones. Alright, good big fatty. I'll take that. I can take yet another Sky Whale. My goodness. Hellfire, I'm seeing lots of removal here. I mean, how many Sky Whales does a man need? I already have the Crystal Flower and the Sky Whale for some swallowing. Do I want to take Hellfire just to potentially take out my opponent's stuff if he doesn't have too much health on the table? Alright, I haven't played with Hellfire before, so let's try it. Haha, here's a chance to get Gift of Steel, finally. I am passing on a Seed Sower for another Forest, but that's fine. I do want one of those in my deck. Okay, this is all pretty garbage. I mean, I have seen this used against me to good effect, but I'm going to grab the Firebomb for some removal. Okay. Let's take a 5/6 taunt for 5. And I guess I get to take a Primeval Colossus. Oh, there's also Flame Burst. That's interesting. So it's very similar to Firebomb, although this can go face. Alright, I'm going to take it. I'm going to pass on that Colossus, which could be risky, but I feel like I have enough big fatties. Now this pack actually just sucks. That is unfortunate how much this pack is terrible. Do I take this actually over the War Beast? Because I lose 1 attack, but I gain the ability to place it anywhere? Good lord, this is an awful pack. Alright, we'll take that. This thing didn't really work out that well for me last time. This thing is a cute trick that sometimes lets you do something good. I didn't really like this very much. I'm going to grab this Grove Collar to have a trick. We'll see if I can make some more use out of it. I will also take this Wood Elemental for another Forest, although the Ogre Battler is tempting. Another Gift of Steel, huh? Alright, let's do it. And we got one of my favorite cards, the Doom Scythe, so let's grab it. Okay, that was a tough draft. I don't know if I did it right. There were definitely some tough choices. I could have had some more bigger creatures. Like, I passed on 2 primeval colossuses, and I passed on one of these ogre battlers. I also had some tough choices regarding buffs. I passed on some removal with these sky whales. So I don't know. I'm not sure that I drafted that perfectly, but we'll see how it goes. I do have some decent removal with this hammer, the Doom Scythe. I got some good treasures, frankly. This thing is a bit sketchy, but the Doom Scythe and the hammer are both some of the best treasures that are out there. I have the Fire Bomb, and a card that I weirdly have not seen before, the Flame Burst, which I think is better than Fire Bomb. You're losing 1 damage for the ability, but you gain the ability to go face, and it's 1 less mana. So unless you're dealing 4 damage exactly, the 3 mana for 3 damage is better than the 4 mana for 4. Alright, I'm playing first. Seem to be going first a lot. Well, the Axe Grinder's an interesting one. Do I keep that? We'll keep it. I don't mind placing it next to my well. I'm okay with that. And I do get to put this down right away. Although, as I've talked about before, putting it down right away is not really an advantage because you can just summon a forward land and then place it later. So I'm not going to do this right now. I'm just going to make a forest and summon the Wood Elemental here next time. Because, yeah, if I summoned this Axe Grinder here, I wouldn't be able to move it, because whatever land I played the Wood Elemental on... Well, I guess I could have, like, summoned it, played a Wood Elemental, made a forest. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and just roll out. So this is kind of interesting. I might be able to actually pull off this Axe Grinder. Next turn I will have 5 mana, 6, after I get the mana from the well. And then I can make this Grim Guard, which unfortunately just sort of trades with this 5/2. Ah! He actually got this Flamethrower up and running. This is really, really awful. I'm gonna have to Flame Burst that. I don't have any other options. That is just... Yeah, that was a good time for it. There's like a billion things I'd rather do, but this is what's happening. Because I can't afford to have all my creatures taking damage for absolutely no reason. Alright, the question is, do I want to play this now? I am going to still get this mana next turn, so I don't need to play this just yet. If I can make a mountain here and summon the Axe Grinder, that'd be nice. Although it still just trades with this 5/2 either way. And this thing just trades with it either way. So it kind of sucks. I'd actually like to use this fairy to fly over and kill that. So yeah, I'm going to summon this on the forest. And then if I draw an event, I can actually have this thing fly up and kill it. That's a 2-mana creature trading for a 4-mana creature, and then it stops him from being able to trade with all my stuff. Man, I never thought about how good it is to summon an early 5/2. It just stops your opponent from being able to do so much. I could trade this 3/4 for the 5/2. It's 4 for 4. He's going to do the Ogre Dance. Okay, interesting. I have not been that thrilled with the mana reduction strategy. I guess he got some expensive card a lot cheaper now. It's one of these 2 cards. Alright, I drew Hellfire, which is an event. So the question is, do I want to trade this for that? I think the answer is no, I don't. I'd rather send this off to maybe harvest some mana. It flies, so I can go over here and get this mana. Then I have to trade my 3/4. Well, if I'm trading my 3/4 for the 5/2, then I kind of want this over here to be collecting mana this way. Alright, so let's go up here and trade. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm terrible at this game. I needed to place the land first. Will you let me place a land here? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so we're going to do this. And drop an Axe Grinder there. A nice little 5/4. And now I'm threatening to move the Axe Grinder in and make a land there, so my opponent needs to defend that. He's only got 4 mana, no mana generation. I think I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm getting a 2 mana advantage against him. Alright, so he's trying to snake his way into me. And he's just got a Cutthroat Bandit, so some pretty low value stuff here. Oh man, the tables have turned. I am going to summon my Flamethrower. And now this is threatening to shoot him and kill him. I'm also going to get to make a mountain here and summon a Grim Guard and start threatening his fat face. I'm going to leave this flyer here. This can fly back and forth between these 2 wells and harvest the mana. So these guys are obviously moving on to greater things. He still only has 5 mana. There is one card in his hand that's cheaper. I don't believe this was the cheap card, though I don't know if I can actually tell. Hellfire could be good. I mean, it will almost certainly kill this, but if he doesn't kill my flame... Ah, he did the exact same thing to my flamethrower as I did to his. Alright. So that's fine. This thing now lives, and he concedes. Okay, cool. I mean, I definitely had an advantage, so I'm not, like, judging him for conceding. It was certainly an advantageous position for me. I don't know what his hand was. So yeah, maybe he just didn't have anything to fight with. He saw that I had a card, mana, and positional, and land advantage, and just decided to concede. That's totally fine. Well, that was pretty nice. So how long did that take? 15 minutes to draft the deck and play the first game. I guess I talk a lot less about the cards now that I've done several of these drafts. Let me know if I should talk more while I play. I mean, I'm assuming you're fairly familiar with the cards by this point, and I don't need to read every single card that's out there. It's weird that the last 3 drafts in a row I've been locked out of blue. I am really excited to play blue. I'm pretty sure that the next time that blue is not locked out, I am going to be playing it. Well, that's really just because as long as any color other than yellow is locked out, I feel like I'm just going to be playing the other 2 colors that are not yellow. And I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, am I being unfairly harsh? Is yellow good and I'm just not rating it well? It's possible. I'm not an expert at this game by any means. But it just seems like yellow has a lot of really small, cheap creatures, and it just doesn't seem like this game, in a draft mode, supports that kind of strategy. Obviously, in the regular mode, I'm sure you can build an aggro deck, and maybe there just does need to be a color that's like all about going aggro. But I feel like you just can't really put together a consistent enough deck to pull off that strategy, and a lot of the time, your opponent will just wait an extra turn, summon one big creature that kills all your little ones, and then you're done. I'm going to keep this Caretaker. The reason for that is if I get any other creature down, I can play the Tiki Caretaker and just buff it preemptively and just have the Caretaker sit next to a well and gather mana. It's a bit of an awkward start here. I can also have the Caretaker just buff itself, although I think that's really underutilizing it. Man, it's tough. If I play a Mountain and then do the Axe Grinder... I kind of have... Oh, no, I'm second. Oh, that makes things a lot better. I am super happy I'm second here. That works out to my advantage, I think. Because, well, does it? Okay, let's think this through. So if I make a Prairie here and a Mountain here and then summon the Axe Grinder here... That doesn't... No, what I need to do is make a Mountain here, Prairie here... Then next turn I make a Forest here and play the Tiki Caretaker, buff the Axe Grinder. But the Axe Grinder is like way out of position to do anything. So the other option is I can just make a Forest and pass, and then wait and see if I draw into something I would rather summon earlier than this Caretaker. But no matter what, I'm going to be summoning the creature here. So I either have a really, really, really slow start, or I just go for this Axe Grinder and have a 6/5 near my base. All right, let's go for it. This could be a mistake, but it's the mistake I'm going to make. You know what? Maybe this was the time to make a Mountain here. That way the Grinder could get over to this well faster. That probably is a case where I shouldn't have gone on autopilot and actually considered the right way to do things. I mean, I guess I could just... No, I should have made this land here, definitely. Then I could have made a land here and moved it on and gotten mana next turn. So now for the rest of the game, I'm going to be down a mana because I just autopilot put the land in front of me. Okay, so let's go ahead and think. Do I want to summon this anytime soon? I mean, it's not very good against that, that's for sure. So let's stick to the plan. Let's make a Prairie here. Make a Forest here. This thing requires 2 forests. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be one of those days. It's just gonna be one of those days. So he's gonna buff this thing up pretty significantly. This does not have a combat ability. Nor do any of my creatures. Well, let's collect some mana. And think. I think I have to make a fairly passive play. Let's go over here for my second forest. Let's go for the Tiki. And now, I'm not going to commit to this just yet, just in case he does have some kind of an answer. I mean, it's possible that he'll deal 5 damage, and had I given it an extra 4 health, he can't kill it. Actually, I'm going to do this. Yeah, because it's possible that he can deal 5 damage. It's way less likely he can deal 9. And it sucks that this thing is going to become a 3/9 and No, it'll die. Oh yeah, it'll survive because it's got a. Oh, well played, my good sir. Well played. So he's blocking this thing from getting attacked. Uh-oh. And I can't even play my bomb slinger because I need 3 mountains for it. Alright, a random friendly creature gets +2/+4. Ugh. This is rough. Well, let's get some mana. And, we gotta make it happen. So that thing got buffed. It also gets buffed every time a friendly creature dies. My opponent is beating me pretty bad. I mean, I have a mana advantage. That's all I can really say that I have. I have no other advantages. Cards were the same. Creatures, he's definitely beating me on board. 4/10. So yeah, these things do kill my 8/8. Got a taunt here, and I can make a forest. What is the value of this? So I could make a bomb slinger here, but it's only 4 damage, and it only does one thing, so it's not that great. I could just wait for him to come to me, frankly. And I'm torn between making mountains for this and forests for this. Well, mountains, I just need to make 1 more mountain, and I can make an extra forest this away. So that might be how I want to do it. Let's go here. Summon a wood elemental. Make a forest there. And yeah, let's go for a feral Kodama here. Why not? Now I am threatening. This is not a combat ability, by the way. It says when it attacks a god, so it's not a combat ability. So Gift of Steel will not give it bonus health. But yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, I'm threatening to make lands aggressively next to him. He does have a bajillion mana. But I am also making more mana per turn. I'm getting 3 mana per turn versus his 2. He's going to block off the land. Alright, this is really good positioning. The Death Touch here lines up nicely against this. Alright, I wish I could trade my 1 for his 1/1, but that's going to be difficult to pull off. So how do we do this exactly? Alright, so let's go for the following plan. What is it that gets buffed? So both of these actually get buffed when they, when another creature dies. I'd like to actually summon this, Bomb Slinger next to this 4/4, but I'd have to have a land here, which I can't do. So to get here, I'd have to jump my Kodama here, which I can't. Ah, man. I hate the idea of this Kodama just trading with a 1/1. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a mountain here, move my Tiki here to threaten the Death Touch. I'm gonna jump away with this, and I'm gonna move my Wood Elemental here and get a mana, and invite this trade with the Death Touch thing, which I'm totally fine with. Then this thing's gonna get buffed out of reach. There's just nothing I can do. Okay, so then I'm gonna just, I guess, you see, Gift of Steel. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Gift of Steel and just kill that thing. So the 5/7 will trade with my 11/4. And, oh, I should have played that first. All right. I could have gotten an extra damage on his face had I just played this somewhere. Maybe I should have just parked it in front of my face. Yeah, I messed up. I should have played that for the extra damage. That can definitely matter. We've seen a lot of games go all the way down to the wire. Wait, why didn't this get buffed? Whenever another friendly creature dies. Oh, a random creature in your hand. Whoops. Oh, this is random in your hand. I thought okay, it got buffed by the thing that died that buffs things. It didn't get buffed because the creature died. It's something else in his hand getting buffed. Oh, so these guys are fixed. Oh, my goodness. Okay. 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 The hell? Oh, he has an 8/8. Alright, with taunt. Alright, well, I think this is actually a pretty good top deck here. This thing. Majigger. Yeah. I can't really make any super aggressive lands, and this thing doesn't harvest mana. I have to remember that. But, Yeah, let's do this. Where do I want to do it? Do I want to just put a land like near my face and just have this out of the way? Sure, let's do that. So let's make another mountain, kind of far away. Put this thing down, swallow it, jump up here, and let's put this thing down here. The reason I didn't want to summon it there is because I wanted to be able to move my Tiki person here this turn and get the mana right now. Alright, so my 5/5 holds up well against his 4/4. I can jump and start attacking him. I don't get any value out of the healing. Let's see what he can do, though. Does he have a taunt to stop me in my tracks? This guy's been playing tactically very well. Alright, just a Village Elder for harvesting mana is fine. So the question is, do I block his mana harvesting, or do I put 5 damage on his face? I feel like putting 5 damage on his face is a pretty good thing. And I got a Colossus, which is actually kind of nice in this situation. So let's put that down here. And now I have to think. If I jump and hit his face here, I don't get to make a forward land. If I jump here, and I can make a land there, but then I block my own Colossus. I'm also next to this 4/4, so with a single buff, he can take out my 5/5. So I'm going to forfeit the opportunity to make a forward land in exchange for being farther away from the 4/4 and not blocking my Colossus. I'm also going to move this thing here so I can potentially get an extra mana next turn. And at this point, I think I'm going to just collect a mana. Alright, so Pandora's open. He gets the first crack at the treasure, unfortunately. Alright, I got this thing, which is my worst treasure by far. He got the draw 2 and gain 2 mana, which is, of course, unfortunate. Oh, man, I was going to say, but the good news is at least he didn't get, like, a treasure that does something, but then he drew into another treasure. God darn it. Luckily, that didn't deal damage to enemy structures. So this thing is still swallowing his 8/8 taunt. Does he have another way of dealing damage to finish off the Kodama? It looks like he does not have that. But he is going to buff this creature a bit. Okay, fair enough. This thing, of course, does nothing because I'm not destroying any enemies at the moment. It is still the case that I'm not destroying any enemies. Okay, what is this? Taunt combat, deal 2 damage to your opponent. Okay. I could just put this down and sort of get in his face a bit. This thing will kill off a 3/4. I can also kill off a 4/4. And this thing would be nice to kill, frankly, but I just can't get a mountain next to it, unfortunately. There's no point moving this here because it'll just die to the 4/4 and the mana is empty. Well, let's keep it simple. So I'm definitely hitting him in the face for 7. This thing I definitely have no reason to play because it's not killing anything at the moment. This thing, I guess, is actually pretty good. And I suppose at this point I'm going to jump here. But if I jump here to put a mountain here, this 4/4 can come back and kill my Kodama. So no, I'm just going to hit him in the face. Let's go big. And should I draw a card or get mana or end my turn? Let's go ahead and get more mana and just pass. So I'm threatening lethal with this Colossus. He does have to block it or kill it somehow. He's got only the 6 mana that he gets per turn. This taunt is at the very least annoying for these because it stops him from automatically being able to go back and kill my jumper, and this 4/4 is out of reach of the jumper. I also have this, which does hit his face. Alright, so he's going to do a combat trick and kill my jumper. Which is fine, because I get to hit him in the face from this little guy back here. If he doesn't take this out, it is going to be his undoing. It's also interesting that he chose to put this here. Oh, right, he chose to put it here to block my ranged creature. Of course, that makes perfect sense. Okay, I think I might actually win now, though, if this is all it is. Because now, the Doom Scythe does not work, because it would put my own creature in this place, and then my ranged creature would not be able to shoot past it, but I had a way of killing that 3/2, and then I could have killed him. Alright, that was pretty good. I actually thought he was going to have it that game for a while there, but I guess all that buffing that he was doing just couldn't quite outvalue the good creatures I had. And then the Colossus came at the perfect time. I know that I've been drafting that card a lot, and in some of my other games, I know the Colossus has not looked particularly impressive. That's the 7/7 ranged creature that costs 12 but gets a 1 mana decrease for each enemy creature killed. So you can see in that game, like, if you have a mountain in front of your face and you can just plop that thing down in a situation when everything's kind of static, it completely changes the nature of the game. Yeah, in that situation, even if I didn't have removal for the 3/2, I could shoot it down, and then I would deal a damage to his face because of my creature. And then my taunty guy could kill one of his other ones and deal 2 damage to his face, and kill a creature, which would have dealt 3 damage to his face. So I can kind of see why he stopped playing. Okay, this is actually a pretty darn good opening hand. It would only be better if I was second, because then I could play this on turn 1, but that is fine. So I'm going to make this play correctly. I'm going to first play a mountain. Then on the next turn, I play the forest here, and make a forest here, and summon this Flower Silk Fairy next to the well. So I'm going to be harvesting mana starting turn 3. Alright, he played this, which is a 4/3 for 4. Holds up fairly well against my stuff. So should I go in the same direction, or should I try to go the opposite direction? Because a 2/5 and a 3/4 aren't, like, super great against this. This is pretty good against it, though. All right, we'll go the same way he's going. The problem with, like, not going in the same way as your opponent is that while you might potentially be able to, like, mind your own business and harvest mana over here, it's also possible that your opponent will just get some aggressive lands placed and chew you out that way. I also, as long as he doesn't kill this and this, I'm going to have 4 mana next turn, and I can play another mountain and firebomb this thing if I really want to. I know it may feel bad to firebomb this, but it does stop his mana generation. Ah, he's actually going to kill off my 3/4. Okay, well, I think this actually works out pretty well for me, I dare say, because what happens now is I move here, so I'm ready to harvest both manas next turn. Then I make a mountain, next to the well. That's actually a kind of tricky one. Do I put it near the well? Yeah, I want to put it near the well so I can summon this Bloodsinger next to the well and start harvesting mana. And then I'm going to firebomb his thing. So he doesn't get mana. He's only getting 3 mana per turn, whereas I'm getting 5. And card-wise, we're about the same. So he's got the initiative right now, but he's behind on mana. Oh, no! That was a pretty good play. So it actually... crap. It actually stops me from getting double mana. And, yeah. Okay. Well, it's not the greatest situation here, because this Water Elemental will hunt down and kill my 1/1. And the 2/4, I mean, I guess I can put the 2/4 next to this. I'd love to get this Queen's Guard next to this Elemental, but unfortunately, I don't have the mana for that, even if I choose to take mana. Can't play the Kodama because I don't have the mana or the forests. Oh, man, that was a pretty good thing for him. Lake, Water Elemental, yeah. Crap. I could draw a card hoping to get an event, but that's obviously pretty desperate when I do still need to be making some more lands. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to make a forest here. And do I play my mana on the Bloodsinger? I think not, because I'm not getting mana next turn. He's going to jump here, collect... Okay, I guess what I'm going to do is maybe, like, put this thing here so he has to make a land here and jump on it to get double mana to kill my little flyer. God, that was annoying. Ah, man, he countered me so hard. Maybe it was greedy of me to just fly out here because any creature really could have just been placed there and blocked it. So now I'm pretty far behind. Now I have to actually block him from... Well, crud. I'm in a lot of trouble here because this Water Elemental can jump anywhere and just put lands near my face no matter what. Well, shucks a doodle daisy. What does this combat deal? 2 damage? Okay, well, we could try to make use of this trick, right? Give a creature ranged. So I could try to, like, trick him and try to predict where he's going to go. I mean, where he's going to go is probably here and make a land there, or here and make a land there. So either way, he's probably going to stay in this line of sight. So I'm all in on this plan then. I'm going to... I mean, if I put a Kodama here, I can shoot that spot, but if his Water Elemental stops here, it doesn't really work. The other thing is he knows he's gonna that this thing has got jump to begin with. Maybe what I want is this guy, right? It's a 3/6 taunt, although it just does trade with both of these things, so I don't particularly want to put it like right here and he can just kill it. And he's left with a 3/3. It's not the greatest. It's really just not the greatest situation that I've ever been in. Okay, so here's the plan then. I am going to put a forest here and summon a Queen's Guard there so that not both of his creatures can attack, but one of them can. Now he has the mana advantage. He's getting 5 mana per turn, whereas I'm only getting 3. Maybe this would have been a more precise placement right here. Then I could have shot the water elemental. Alright, he's going to oblige me by coming in, but I guess that means he's got some kind of a trick. Deal 3 damage. So he's going to just trade, I suppose, which is a reasonable course of action. I do get a mana for the trouble. Alright, so he's going to get 5 mana next turn because this thing's going to move down, and I can't kill it, unfortunately. Grappling hook doesn't work, but I can predict that he's probably going to move down. So I could make a Kodama, like, here. I'm going to get, I think, a mana, because right now I just really don't need anything but mana. That's the main thing I'm behind on. I have enough lands to do all the stuff I need to do. And perhaps, you know, I can, like, if this thing comes down to collect mana, I can just shoot it. The problem is I don't even kill it. That wasn't very smart. I probably should have made a forest and harvested the Kodama, or placed the Kodama on the forest. Then I could have grappling hooked to his face and just started applying pressure that way, maybe. So he's going to get an aggressive land. Interesting. I'm assuming he has a trick. Otherwise, this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Because I can just kill it. Interesting. He just let me do that. Unfortunately, I cannot get 6 mana to swallow up the 6/6. That is most heartbreaking. I could Flame Burst to kill it. But the problem is that this thing just lives. So I could Flame Burst this, but then I don't have the mana for the grappling hook. Okay, here's what it's going to be then. I'm going to make a Bloodsinger there, jump back and kill this thing. And I think I'm still just going to collect mana. You know the problem with this is I need 8 special lands and I only have 6. I should have made a special land so I at least have the option of playing this thing. I mean, this thing is a pretty good creature. It's a 6/6 with flying and charge 3. That's, like, pretty solid, honestly. Alright, so he's going to do that, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I should have played a land that turn. 100%. Alright, teleport another friendly creature to a forest you control. That is interesting, although I don't have any forward forests, so it's not super great either. Well, let's finally get some mana. I'm going to Flame Burst to kill this thing. And I'm gonna go here. Well, let's see. What can I jump to that's useful? If I jump here, I could jump there, and I still can't really make any forward forests because he blocked off all this land so well. I'm gonna go here. This gives me the option to, next time, give this a grappling hook and shoot his face. I also get some treasure. Unfortunately, none of my treasures are particularly great here. I mean, this thing is okay. I can kill a 6/6, which isn't even that impressive. And the Pandora stops him from getting the mana from the well, at least, so there's that. Alright, it's just got a plain old 7/7. It's pretty solid. I could Doom Scythe that and get a 6/1 here. That could be... I mean, at the very least, it's very annoying for him to deal with. Now the grappling hook isn't super appealing because I can shoot his face, but then the 6/6 comes and kills me. Of course, I could just Doom Scythe this, which is an interesting option. Although, wait a minute, why don't I just swallow this thing? That seems like it makes the most sense, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm just going to move this forward. Let's Doom Scythe that, get a 6/1. And I don't need a grappling hook or anything. Should I jump and try to get closer to him with this creature for maximum aggression? The problem is I can't even really put it down anywhere super effective. Actually, here would be a good spot. All right, let's do that. Let's make a mountain here, and I'm going to jump that way. So my thinking here is that If he summons a creature here, I can grappling hook and shoot it to death, potentially. If he doesn't summon a creature there, then I can jump. I'm threatening to jump to this lake and make a land next to his face, and he might, you know, feel the pressure to stop that from happening. He still has his treasure, but if it's something like a Doomscythe or a Magda's Rose, it's pretty underwhelming at the moment. Alright, so he's going to play a Taunt there, which is fine. And a Water Elemental, which is fine. That was pretty good placement. Blocks me from doing that, and he covers up all of his lands next to him. Pretty smart. Okay. Well, so let's think about my long-term planning. I could make an Ogre Battler in front of my face, and then I could grappling hook it over here. It's one option. Another option is I can grappling hook this right now and just shoot this to death. And basically treat this like a deal 3 damage, which isn't the most impressive thing, but hey, it's something. Underground Boss. Yeah, he just blocked off all this land here, so it's difficult for me to get through. I think maybe now is the time for this Sky Whale, though. It's so good. I can swallow a creature. I have a 6/6 with charge 3 and flying, so I'm ready to just go up here and start bashing his face in. I mean, that seems kind of legit. The question is, how do I get rid of this stuff? Well, why don't I just keep it simple? Let's trade that. Let's jump up here and trade that. Let's put a forest here. No, let's put a forest here, a little bit farther back. Make a Sky Whale. Swallow that thing. And then pass. So now I'm going to have 10 mana next turn. I can make this Battler in the mountain in front of my face, and then I'm threatening to grappling hook, hit him in the face with it. This thing is... Oh, he got the Doom Scythe. Okay. Well, at least that was his entire turn. It was his whole turn. Wait, why is this a 6/6? Why is it not a 6/1? Must have got... I actually don't know why this is a 6/6 and not a 6/1. I'm sorry that I don't know why that is, but I don't know why that is. Did he have some weird effect that, like, for the rest of the game makes all of his stuff have... Wait, no, this is a... What happened? Doom Scythe? 6/1? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. Oh, because he killed it! Right, he killed it with a Doom Scythe. It brought back the thing that it swallowed. There we go. I figured it out. And then it couldn't summon the 6/1 in its place because this thing was brought back. Okay. Okay, I understand. That makes sense. All right, let's put an Ogre Battler here. 6/9 holds up very well against a 6/6. I think I'm going to just move this up. The reason being I'd like to protect this creature if I can. And in case he does have a way of dealing with my 6/9, I don't want to necessarily just like let this thing come back and kill my 2/4. We got the hammer, which is good. Of course, 5 damage doesn't quite kill a 6/6. It's the story of my damn life. Let's see if he's got an answer for my Battler. Ooh, that's a really good one. It gives him a mana. Oh, that was ridiculously effective. I cannot believe how effective that stupid buff card was that I don't even think is very good. Deal 2 damage to all enemies, and I cannot kill this thing because it's at 3 freaking health. My god, this is ridiculous. Ugh. So I think I'm going to have to just use the hammer on this 6/3. I don't see any other option. It sucks, but... All enemies. I don't think it includes structures, unfortunately, and I don't have any way of... Okay. So, yeah. What I guess I'm going to do, maybe, is hammer time this... I'm going to bring this in to try to threaten that structure at the very least. And I'm going to put a boss in front of my face. So one thing that I could do is I could potentially use the grappling hook on it and give it a buff and bring it right next to his face. Alright, he's got a Colossus, which is unfortunate. This thing is ranged, which really sucks. Because it'll shoot back if I shoot at it, which kind of sucks. And I can't kill it, of course. Brother. What can I really do? I mean, I can make this attack for 5. I mean, I can hit it hard enough to at least survive the counterattack of the Colossus. Oh, and then I can play maybe this thing. All right, let's try it. So let's do this. Oh, no, I can't, because in order to give it range, I run out of mana. Right. Okay, well, let's do it. So we'll do that so it survives. Let's do this. Shoot and get shot back. Oh, I actually wanted to move this in, but I clicked on the wrong thing, and so it didn't happen. That's annoying. All right, so he gets some mana and deals a damage to me, unfortunately, and I guess I'll play this just to have it, and of course get a mana. Crap. Ah, that Colossus was so good. And he played the thing that gave him 2 copies of the last treasure that I played. I don't remember what was the last treasure I played. I guess I'm probably... Oh, it was the hammer. So he's got 2 of those hammers. Oh my god, he's going to shuffle 2 hammers into his deck. This is going to be awful. Okay. Yep. That's what it was. Thankfully, that's only combat, but Jesus. Alright, so this thing doesn't do anything right now. I guess we're just going to drop a 5/6 somewhat approximately in the vicinity of his face. It still takes me like 3 turns for any of my summoned creatures to reach him. It's not comfortable, this situation. And this thing is just not that good. I don't remember what my other options were alongside it, but I'm thinking maybe anything might have been better than this. Yeah, this thing, God, I just don't like this. Someone used it really well against me one time, and now it's just like, still kind of shitty. Alright, so what I could do is I could throw this in, have it go down to 2 health, and then play this gift, or play this stupid treasure. I mean, what's a better option exactly? There's really nothing. So, yeah, let's play this here. Oh, I messed up. Oh, interesting. It does target structures. I messed up, though. I should have actually attacked first. Well, it's actually debatable, because by doing this, I stopped him from getting a mana from my creature dying, because I killed a structure first. Though, to be fair, I didn't know it was actually going to kill the structure. Oh, I need to end my turn. This does not have a combat ability, unfortunately. Oh, he's going to gain control of it. Interesting. That's kind of a... Oh, he wanted to place a land there. Well played, my good sir. Well played. All right. Well, I guess now it's time to use this safe caller. So I'm going to teleport that thing back here, which allows me to kill this creature that he just took from me. Get mana, because mana is king, and end my turn. Well, now things, I don't know, I have a chance. I have a little bit of a mana advantage. He has 4 cards to my 2. Ah, he's going to kill off my 4/1, the bastard. And he's got a 2/2 that gives him a +1/+1 whenever he plays an event. There's not that many events left. All right, I have a chance. I have a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. Let me see. Do I want to just do this now, or do I want to try to get greedy and kill this first so it doesn't get the 2 damage on my Colossus? I mean, I could get... I can't play both of these. I could get the Royal Judge down. No, that's stupid. I'm just going to play this. He needs to have the goods. He needs 3 more damage to kill it. And he's only got 3 cards. I mean, obviously there are red cards that will do it, and he's got those hammers in his deck. Speaking of which, okay. God, I can't believe he got 2 of those hammers. That is so frustrating. I had a Triton Banquet. I don't know what that does. Alright, I got a Grove Guardian here. Do I even... I guess I'll move in. I mean, I'm still threatening to trade with this thing, whatever it is. I could do a punishment and just kill this thing off. I'm not sure how valuable it is to get rid of it. Yeah, I think it's pretty valuable. So let's make a Grove Guardian here. Let's be aggressive. Well, no, I'm going to put it here. This is just as aggressive as here, but it also can come back if I need to for some reason. And then a Royal Judge, I suppose. We'll take a... Yeah, let's just take a punishment. Whatever. And shoot off this 2/2. Get a mana. End my turn. I might have to start drawing cards pretty soon here. This is quite the protracted contest. He's killed a lot of my highest value creatures, and he's got 2 hammers in his deck versus 1. This thing has charge 2, and it's a 6/6. Bit of a problem. Kills my 5/6 pretty nicely. Unless, of course, I give it a Gift of Steel. Ah, this is annoying. I can't actually summon it next to as well because there aren't any wells next to him. I'm going to start drawing cards. Gift of Steel, huh? Doesn't quite let me trade with either of these 6s, which is incredibly annoying. This thing doesn't have a combat ability, neither does that. Oh, that's frustrating. I don't have anything really good to do with my time here. So I guess I'll hit him in the face a bit. And this thing has charge too, so if I go back a space, I can stop this thing from just dying. Playing this seems kind of crappy because with the Gift of Steel, because it just trades as a 2-for-1 trade. Seems pretty lame. Yeah, let's see if I can draw out of the situation. I'm going to have a ton of mana and I can draw 2 cards. I'll have 13 mana with 2 cards drawn. We'll see if I can get out of the situation somehow. Give a creature protection. That's not good. That's bad. Oh, Christ. This is stupid. Well, let's draw a card. Hellfire. Alright, we're playing it. It's not going to be very good, but at least I should pop this protection. Unless I'm very unlucky. Alright. I would have liked to hit this one more time, if I'm being totally honest, so I could actually trade with it. So it wasn't the super luckiest thing that could have happened. But I guess we just have to do this. As much as it pains me, we're going to trade. And I'm going to hold off on this until next turn to actually get the value out of it. I can maybe make a mountain here and put a 5 or a 6/3 axe grinder. I don't know what else is even left in my deck that's any good at this point. How many cards are left in my deck? This actually could be significant. How many cards are left? What is this? What are these things? What are these symbols? Where does it show how many cards I have left in my deck? This is important! Oh, brother. Well, let's see. So, this thing is coming. 7. I mean, I guess it technically survives. So let's summon it here. And I guess I'll take a mana. I'm afraid to draw cards because I don't know how many cards are left in my deck. I seriously don't. Although I have a hammer in there and it'll keep getting shuffled in, so I shouldn't get fatigued out. Yeah, I should have drawn a card there. Alright, so this will kill it in a couple of turns. Oh, are you serious? God darn it. He had the goods. He had the goods. And he's just gonna finish me off with Dinkosaurus Rexes here. Alright, we got a Crystal Tower. Okay. But in order for that to work, I need to put it somewhere where it can't immediately die. Alright, let's draw a card, see if I can get some kind of help here. Ah, that's actually kind of handy. Alright, so let's put that here. Deal 4 damage to that. Should I just swallow this 4/1? Seems like it's a bit of a waste. Yeah, let's hold off on that until I have more mana and can maybe, like, swallow it and play a creature. Oh, right! He had the free kill! Oh, God, I'm terrible at this game. So he's not going to fatigue out either because he's got 2 hammers. He's just going to beat me with these damn hammers, is what's going to happen. Oh, my God. Alright, so he's coming in for the kill. Do I have anything left? Well, this guy's pretty good. Let's give him a Gift of Steel. 5/8. He can. My opponent can still finish this off, though. He's got enough damage. And you know what that means? It's time to swallow this creature. Let me draw a card, see what I get first. Aha, hammer, perfect. So what I can do is I can hammer time this thing. And then just pass. And then in the future, I can maybe Crystal Flower this thing. He's got 6/7 damage for this thing. Oh man, the more cards that he draws, the more often he's going to keep getting these hammers. So really, I should be drawing cards as often as possible to try to get as many hammers as possible. I messed that up. I should have probably drawn cards instead of collecting mana. Alright, so now I have no choice. I have to play this thing. And swallow this 4/1 that's in my face. Let's draw a card. There's a hammer. Okay, so I'm on it a little bit too late because he has 2 hammers in his deck, and he's just going to draw cards till he finds the last hammer that he needs to kill me. Oh, that's so annoying. that treasure card was... Oh my god, he didn't have the hammer. I actually have a chance of winning this. If I do get my hammer again, I win. Oh my god, this was the stupidest game I think I've ever played. I don't know how he didn't get another hammer, but he didn't. Yeah. So when you have the hammer, that's so good because it prevents you from being fatigued out, so you should always just be drawing a card trying to get as many hammers as possible. I can't believe I won that. That was absolutely ridiculous, but thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe if you did. We got a Pandora coin. So now I have 2 of them. I don't have time to play the practice run and the full run in a single day, so it's almost like too much of a good thing because I have, you know, not enough time with my day job to like play these runs and then also play a full run. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.